At Circuit Law, they know that sometimes things happen that are unexpected. Maybe a DWI. Possibly you're accused of a crime you didn't knowingly commit. If that's the case, you're going to want to call Circuit Law at 585-385-2510. Their foundation lies in the belief that everyone deserves a fair defense. Steve Cirque and his team tirelessly strive to ensure that their clients' rights are protected and they leave no stone unturned in building a robust case. They will defend your rights and personal freedoms at Cirque Law. They've litigated criminal cases of every scenario, from simple misdemeanors to very serious felony offenses. And at Cirque Law, they believe preparation is key, and to make sure to thoroughly prepare for every possible scenario. So if you've been charged with a crime and need a defense attorney with integrity and experience both in and out of the courtroom, it's Cirque Law. You can reach them at 585-385-2510 or by email through their secure contact page at circulaw.com. Make sure your rights are protected with Cirque Law.
From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Well, hello and welcome. Thanks for getting your pod on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. One person at a time. That's right. Danny?
Good afternoon, Billy.
I think even the internet is suffering from daylight saving time.
Yeah, it's a weird day. Heart attacks go up. Strokes go up.
I always thought that was kind of...
Car accidents go up.
I thought that was a bunch of bullshit.
Sleep goes down. Why do you think that? You think the hospitals are misreporting or misrepresenting?
I don't know. I always thought, well, could that be? Could that be? It's an hour. Could that be? Could it be? It's an hour.
I think just people don't plan for it. And it also, it's over the course of a week. It's like a domino effect.
So every year on the Monday after the switch, hospitals report a 24% spike in heart attack visits. 24% spike. That's pretty significant, right?
Yeah. I think people get panicked. They forget, I have another...
U.S. doctors see the opposite trend each fall. The day after we turn the clock back, heart attack visits drop 21% as many people enjoy a little extra pillow time. Look, I know that sleep is important. I have been sleep deprived. I did 20 years of getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, right? For literally like 20 years of my life. Or earlier, sometimes 2:30, not getting to bed till 11. I don't sleep. I find myself now, I've been taking magnesium. It's supposed to help you sleep.
Magnesium glycinate. Specific. There's like 7 different magnesiums.
Yeah, but I have a magnesium glycinate.
That's the one you take to relax.
Yeah, I have that. So I've been taking that. I took 3. That seemed to leave me a little groggy. So I've been taking 2. And I've been having these vivid dreams from deep in my subconscious, like things I've been thinking about. Like, ugh, I don't like that. I don't like this.
Oh yeah, last night I had an NCIS dream. The night before,
do you take that?
I had a Yellowstone dream. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I take it. I take 4 magnesium glycinates before I go to bed.
You take 4?
Well, yeah, because that's 1 dose, apparently, according to this.
I took 4, and it made me too sleepy, so I've been taking 2.
The thing is, it hasn't helped my sleep, apparently. It's made me have vivid dreams, but my sleep, since I've had this C-Pap, my heart's better, according to my EKG, but my sleep is worse. I know that doesn't make sense. But like my Fitbit tells me my sleep's been worse, but my heart's been better.
See,
and my EKG said the same thing.
This is why I don't want one of these smart devices like that.
I know. My wife bought it for me. Saved my life, though.
Well, I hear you. But it's like basically, I don't want to know that I'm also not just failing at life. I'm failing at sleeping. I can't even fucking sleep right. So I sleep for 6 hours, and then I wake up naturally, like around the 6 hours. So I've been trying to train myself to sleep for 7. But after 6 hours, I wake up naturally, sometimes before my alarm. Now, last night, I think I was in bed on purpose by 10:30 because I had something to do this morning. So I was like, all right, and I didn't go out and I didn't do anything. Now, I don't know. I just got a thing saying slow internet detected, so I don't know what's happening with our internet.
It's slow.
Yes.
It didn't get its full rest last night.
We're also prone to make more deadly mistakes on the roads. You're right.
Yeah.
Researchers estimate the car crashes in the U.S. caused by sleepy daylight driving. And by the way, all over 490, electronic signs. See? I'm tired. Signs that said drowsy driving.
Yeah, don't drive drowsy.
Yeah, snooze, you lose.
Yes.
So basically, it was all because people are going to be, but I go, it's an hour. It's an hour. But I guess that really does affect your sleep. I've been sleep deprived for so long, I think my body's just
we're just accustomed to it.
Yeah, fuck it, give up.
Just feel like garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's...
Well, that probably is it.
I think people get rushed. I think people realize, oh, crap, we lost an hour's sleep. People forget, and then they get up earlier, or now everything's tuned for us, right? Your phone, your alarms. And so your phone automatically resets. So if you have an alarm tied to your phone instead of your alarm clock, all of a sudden, you're going to wake up an hour sooner than you thought if you're not expecting daylight savings time to kick in. And so all of a sudden, what happened? Oh, and then you get all like panicked. And I think a lot more people get panicked than you think. If 1 out of 4 more people are having heart attacks and getting into accidents and stuff, that means it's a possibility that 1 out of 4 people don't realize, you have to spring ahead to this week.
Yeah, but now your clocks automatically do it. Your phone does it.
So you're not even adjusting yourself. No. The phone's waking you up an hour earlier, seemingly.
Yes.
Ugh.
Researchers estimate that car crashes in the U.S. caused by sleepy daylight saving drivers likely cost 30 extra people their lives over the 9-year period that study took place. That's only 30 people. I didn't know this. Fewer than half of all countries participate in daylight saving time.
Yes.
I didn't know.
Well, it's an American thing because of
what was the cause? What
was it? I think it was the farms. They had to get up earlier.
I did too. I thought it was farming that you could farm later.
Yeah.
Right. And I thought that someone told me they looked it up, but they go, yeah, I remember exactly where I was. It was just when the internet was available on your phone, and we looked it up, and it said farming. I can't find that. Everything I saw said daylight saving time was originally concocted as a way to save energy in the evening.
Oh, okay.
And was implemented during World War I in Germany.
Huh.
I think the person who came up with it was
Kaiser?
Was a guy from New Zealand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it even has a thing that Benjamin Franklin in 1784 suggested to Parisians in the Journal de Paris that if Parisians could only wake up earlier in the summer, they would economize on candle and oil usage. But he did not propose changing the clocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, burning the midnight oil.
So that's
gives it a new meaning.
Isn't that weird?
It is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Well, and there's a couple states that don't do it, like Arizona. Parts of Arizona and parts of Indiana don't do it.
Yeah.
They just switch time zones. So, like, if your favorite programs are on an hour earlier than they normally would be, but the clock doesn't switch. Like, the Eastern time zone now is on Atlantic time, technically.
Oh, okay.
Right now.
Yeah.
Because when my first honeymoon, when we went to the Dominican Republic, they were on Atlantic time. They go, the time doesn't switch. If you would come here in the winter time, then you'd have to, like, adjust. But after today,
yes.
Now we are part of Atlantic time. Right.
I got you. Anyway, just some interesting things. Just be careful if you're doing anything.
Yeah.
Make sure you're not too tired to do anything.
And I thought that they were going to do away with it. There was scuttlebutt about doing away with
it. There's been lots of bills written about doing away with it, and for whatever reason, I don't know why.
You have to have enough states to go along with it. Like, you can't have Georgia say no and Michigan say yes when they're, like, literally in the same time zone normally.
Yeah.
So everybody's got to go along with it. But to me, like, whether it's this time or slow time, I prefer this time, actually.
I do too.
I like this time better. I don't like having to get up earlier, but I like this time overall.
Yeah, because the sun sets later. It's nicer around where we are.
Yes.
It sets at like 9:30. You still have some twilight at 9:30 in the early summer months. That's kind of nice. This is the time of year, though, you start getting yourself in shape.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I had somebody, I met Kevin. Kevin's not here tonight. I met him Friday night out, and we're standing there, and a guy I know walks in, and I haven't seen this person in a while, and they go, "Holy shit, you fat motherfucker."
Oh, really? Do I know this person too or not?
No, you don't. And I was like, I go, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got it.
That's the sign. Yeah.
I got it. And Kevin goes, "If he's fat, what am I?"
Of course. Kevin always brings everything back to Kevin.
Well, I think he was trying to protect me, like he's not fat, but
he wasn't trying to protect you.
I have put
He's the guy who likes to pile on, if anybody.
I have put on weight. I know that I put on weight. I put on weight, eating at night, doing the podcast, not staying as disciplined as I could. I lost some, and I had been doing pretty well, and then I just went, fuck it. And then I put it on. And here's the weird thing. Walking in here tonight, and there is a guy who works at the Chinese restaurant. He's the delivery guy.
Oh, okay.
And I always chat with him once in a while. I'm walking down the path to come to the studio to do Billified, and he goes, here, this is for you. And I go, what? He goes, this is for you. I go, is this a joke? He goes, no. I go, seriously? He goes, yeah, there's 2 things of dumplings and some kind of chicken in there.
Word's getting around.
So I go, yeah, word's getting around, and I'm a fat ass. So I go,
new meaning to the word Moranimal. Tonight at 6.
So I go, is it a joke? He goes, no. I said, I get a free meal. He goes, I've been working there 7 years. I'm just sick of it. Did you ever work somewhere long?
Yeah.
Like you just sick of it? I mean, when you worked at your uncle's restaurant.
Yeah, chicken fingers again?
Yeah. So I came in here and I ate some of the chicken. It was delicious. And I ate an entire tub of the dumplings, dipping it in sauce, and then I put it away, and I figured I'd give it to you, and you said you didn't want to eat. I actually had made a salad. I brought it in. It's still in the fridge.
Right. You haven't touched it.
So, no, I didn't touch it.
Of course not.
But I go, I have a plan.
Okay.
I do have
because
a plan.
I have some issues, too, with my weight that
What do you mean? What's going on?
So, since I've been doing this podcast, or even before that, about the year before we started this podcast, my weight went from, I was at 185, and I ballooned up due to medical issues to 225.
Damn, dude.
Right.
Wow, Skippy.
Right.
225.
Right. And so
85, 95 is 10.
It's like 35 pounds.
Holy shit.
Almost 40 pounds.
40, yeah. Call it 40.
Yeah.
Danny, let's go. Round up, baby.
And so
that's all right.
I've made a concerted effort to lose weight.
And how's it going?
And so every day I'm chipping away. Oh, good,
and
right?
And then what happened?
One meal.
No.
Two bad meals.
Yeah.
So Friday I said, you know what? It's Friday. I've been good this week. I'm going to go out and have some sushi. So I go and have some sushi for lunch. That's it.
Yeah.
Right? Then for dinner, my wife made a HelloFresh meal. Now, those HelloFresh meals they make it sound like they're healthy for you, but they're not.
Okay.
They're just easy to make. That doesn't mean they're healthy, right?
Right.
I get up the next morning and I'd put on 5 pounds. And the next morning, my wife's parents and us, we had decided to take a trip. I had never been there before, to Cartwright's.
I don't know where Cartwright is.
It's out
Leroy?
No, it's like Angelica, New York.
Okay.
Past Leicester. It's an hour and 15-minute drive, okay? If you're going there on a weekend, get dressed like you're going to a Bills game because you're going to wait outside for a while. And that's where they serve those buckwheat pancakes and the real maple syrup.
Okay.
Right? It's a big deal. So I had to that's the only meal I ate yesterday. The only one.
Uh-huh.
And
did you snack at all?
No, didn't snack nothing.
Did you drink anything?
Nothing.
No.
Just coffee with
beverage?
it,
okay.
right? No alcohol, nothing. Yeah. That's all I had.
And how much did you gain?
I didn't gain a thing, but I didn't lose anything either.
All right. You broke even.
I broke even, but I had to have only one meal because I had 8 of those buckwheat pancakes.
Well, they're the fuck, Jesus, Dan.
But here's the thing: they're so thin that you think that they're like, oh, these are healthier for you. I can eat more of them. Shove them in your mouth. Oh, I had some eggs and ham, so the protein will actually satiate me, so I'll eat fewer pancakes. Wrong. And so Cartwright's Maple Tree Inn. So my weight is still up 5-6 pounds. So I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm done eating. I'm just going to drink protein shakes for the next month.
Well, you got to do something to get your metabolism back.
Yeah, that's the problem, and I'm on this medication that's slowed everything. I told my doctor, he goes, I don't care what you read on the internet. It's not the medication. It's like you're at that age where people don't want to hear this. They just have to eat less. I'm like, so I can't have a dish of ice cream? One dish of ice cream is going to set my weight off, or one plate of sushi? That's ridiculous. He goes, you got a 4 in front of you, not a 3 anymore.
Yeah.
You're in your 40s now.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I never had that problem. In my 40s, really, 50s. That's when I start to see it.
So I told my wife, I go, listen, I'm going to be eating a lot less here lately.
A lot less. And, hey, you can save on the grocery bill. Look at that.
I go, this will benefit both of us.
But see,
she goes, I know what's going to happen with you. I go, what's that? You're going to get to about Tuesday. She goes, it's still Sunday, right? I go, yeah. By Tuesday, be like, hey, I'm really craving some dinner. What do you want? Anything. Yeah, but hard food.
All right, but see, here's the bad part. It's like you have to have a plan. You can't go about this with nothing.
I know.
You have to have a plan. So you got to have a plan eating thing, and you got to stick to the plan, and you got to have an exercise routine.
I exercise.
But I will tell you that most of your weight loss is truly in the kitchen. Abs are made in the kitchen. And I know that sounds weird. Yes, you do need to do your ab workout, but at the same time, that's the thing. So like this guy who came over, grabs me and goes, God, you're hard, but you're a hard fat. I'm like, you motherfucker.
You're all visceral.
Well, like when you hit my stomach and stuff,
Yeah.
like I used to, because even Damien would make fun of me. He would pull up his shirt to show it. So I pull up my shirt and I can flex and you'll see abs. I call them my flabs, but there's fat. But you can see it.
There was a dinosaur in there at one point.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I go, all right. So I got some work I got to do. But I know what my problem is. I'm eating at night. I mean, I saw a movie this weekend that I absolutely loved. It was one of the most delightful movies. It's just funny and stupid, and I fucking loved it. Ricky Stenicki.
I've been seeing previews for this.
I have too, and I saw them all over ESPN, and it kept saying in theaters, but then I caught on Prime, and I go, ooh. I watched it. I roared. I fucking loved it. Loved it. Ricky Stenicki is the made-up guy. And I don't want to give it away. You got to go see this. Do you have Prime?
Yes.
Will you please watch this?
Okay.
Please watch this.
I'll tell Beth. That's my homework assignment.
Please watch it. I'm going to play just a little clip because I think Kevin is going to be a little bummed because I got him to watch it. And I think he really liked it. I don't know for certain, but I think he did. Your boy, John Cena's in it.
Okay.
So John Cena ends up playing Ricky.
He's my boy because I like wrestling. Yeah.
Wrestling.
I've never seen Cena wrestle.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm familiar with John Cena.
All right, so John Cena's in this movie. I'll just give you this.
Ricky, the Hulk Hogan of his era.
Ricky Stenicki is a made-up thing. These are three kids' childhood friends. It opens up Halloween 1999. Some house never gives out candy, so one of the boys collects a whole bunch of dog shit, puts it in a paper bag. And they're debating, and they finally decide, okay. And they go up, and they light it on fire, and they ring the doorbell and run away.
Ding dong ditch.
And nobody comes to the door. And they're getting nervous, and the fire's growing. And now all of a sudden, it blows over to the scarecrow on the front porch. And now they got a big fire. So now they're trying to put it out, and one of them's waving their shirt to put it out. Like he takes it off, and he's waving, and that catches on fire. So then one kid's dressed as a dog, but he's a dog with a dick. He's got a red Sharpie, but the pen that goes out, like the tip, you know how almost
red
you
rocket.
could buy, yeah. So it looks like the red rocket.
Red rocket,
right?
yeah.
And so the kid's like, well, I need a pen. So he goes, use his dick. So they're making a name. This kid had this is brilliant. I don't know any kid that age that could think this quickly. What he does is, he goes, give me a guy's name. They give him, he goes, no, a real name. So they go, Ricky. So he's writing Ricky on the inside. So the shirt is burned. The bottom half is burned off, but obviously out. They're writing Ricky. And then they're like, give me a last name. And the guy goes, Stanton. He goes, that's my last name. They go, yeah, but your first name's not Ricky. He goes, don't, dumbass, they're going to figure it out. So he writes Stan and then Icky. Well, we don't know that they write Stenicki. We just see Stan. And they take off running. Well, now the police show up, the firemen show up, they get the fire out under control. No one was in the house, and one of the police is doing a search, and they come back and they go, yeah, there's one of the dumb kid's mom's name wrote the name right inside the shirt. So they're looking for Ricky Stenicki, and one of the police officers comes back and says, there's no Stenickis in this school district at all. There's no Stenickis in the area. Must be from out of town, right? So they use the name Ricky Stenicki to blame for everything for the rest of their lives. Well, now they get into a pickle where they need to produce Ricky Stenicki. And they find an actor in Atlantic City, happens to be John Cena, who John Cena does a show in the casino called Jizz Rock.
Gary's dating Carly, Aaron's cousin.
Okay, so this is them talking, right? And they're going, who are we going to get to play Ricky Stenicki? And so they've got this one guy who they know who's in a Red Robin commercial, but he's dating one of the girl's cousins, as you heard. But then I want you to hear John Cena goes on stage. He does Devo songs, but they're Jizz Rock. So it's about jerking off. It's Billy Idol. It's all these different songs. You'll hear him. And he's in costume.
Oh, cousin It? That girl with the hair that touches the floor?
Yeah, but don't worry. I know an actor that nobody knows.
This is it right here. This is Jizz Rock.
Grab that stick.
Grab that dick. This is John Cena singing.
Lay it out on your back. Now it's time to whack.
We'll give you the whole medley. Here we go.
When a boner comes along, you must grip it to make the cream come out your dong. Just unzip it. Spooge out my penis.
Spooge out my penis instead of schools out my Alice. And he's dressed as Alice Cooper.
On my tummy. It's a nice day for some woodwhacking. It's a nice day to jizz again.
Wait. Here we go.
Ooh, baby, I masturbate every day.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like, this is the...
Wanna be funny night and day. Hey, yeah. Thanks for coming out tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So horny to be here.
So horny to be here. So, all right. So, you've got to watch this movie because I defy you to find anything wrong with this movie. I loved it. It is a stupid, dumb comedy. I think it's going to become one of these cult classics. I love movies like Tag and Step Brothers and Talladega Nights. They're not masterpieces. I understand that. But this is right there.
Tag. What's Tag?
Tag is Tag's based on a real story where these guys played tag as kids, and there's one kid they could never tag. You got to watch that.
Okay.
And every year they would show up for the month of May. They play tag wherever you are. Somebody would fly in. They'd be hiding in your office, and they pop out and tag you, and you were it. And it was a true story. One guy gets cancer. But he doesn't tell everybody. He gets everybody together. You got to watch it. Okay. I enjoy Tag, but this, and it's got that stupid kind of frat humor, right? This is that, but this is great because every fucking guy can relate to this, and unfortunately, so can every woman, I believe, because they become the victims of the guy's lies, right? And they're stupid lies. Like, these guys want to get out of going to a baby shower. It's one of their own children that's coming that they don't want to be there. So they pretend Ricky Stenicki's calling all day, and they finally, one guy answers, and Ricky has a problem. They got to go to Ricky. And the wives are like, yeah, you go to Ricky. And instead, they end up in Atlantic City at a show, and they're in Rhode Island. So they blame everything on Ricky Stenicki. One guy even booked a couple of rounds of golf. He expensed them through the expense account, and he said he was golfing with Ricky Stenicki.
Okay.
And so they get him to play Ricky Stenicki, and it's a perfect, dumb, silly, fun movie. It's great.
You know, like 90% of life is showing up. You know, John Cena was this close to being fired by the WWE because he had charisma and everything, but he just didn't have a character, and people were booing him. He would wear the tights he would go to each city and he'd wear the tights of the home team, and nobody was really getting behind him. Well, one day he knows he's about to get sent home, and they're having this wrap off in the back of the bus on their way to the airport. And Stephanie McMahon, who was the chief brand officer, hears Cena rapping, and she goes, "Can you do that on command?" He goes, "Well, yeah, kind of." She goes, "We're going to turn you into a rapper." And his whole career turned around because she heard him rapping that day. And now because of his ability to rap, all of a sudden, he becomes this huge wrestler. And now he's like on the same plateau as The Rock in terms of like
Look at this.
Hulk Hogan. Like because he can act now. He doesn't want to wrestle anymore. Yeah. Because he has a personality.
Yeah. Oh, he's great.
Like
he's even in, have you ever seen Cock Blockers?
No.
Oh, you got to see Cock Blockers.
Okay.
It's about these parents that are trying to.
Does he just do these types of movies?
I guess, but
I'm giving him too much credit.
Yeah, maybe, but Cock Blockers is funny too because it's trying to prevent your daughter from getting knocked up on prom night or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I loved Cock Blockers. See, they're just dumb movies. You don't need to think a lot. And Ricky Stenicki is perfect. I thought it was going to be awful. Hated the name, but then I kept seeing that they got me. They got me with the repetition. I would see it during ESPN, during games. I'm watching college basketball games, getting ready for the tournament, and I'm seeing Ricky Stanicki. You got to watch Ricky Stanicki.
Okay.
Do it, and we'll talk about it later in the week after you watch it.
All right, okay. All right.
Can you try to do that?
I will try to watch it.
Yeah.
Honey, I have a homework assignment.
Ricky Stanicki. All right, we'll take a moment. Should we do? Well, I want to mention something that tragic that happened and get into that for a moment. And you talked about your C-Pap. We do have a woman wrote in about what her husband does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To sleep through the night.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a little different. We'll get to all that next. But first, Leo's, Dan.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
You know what Leo's has?
Everything.
Well, everything. They do. And they have great things for St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
If you like to get over there and get some cookies and some things like that, do all the celebratory stuff. We always made a big deal in my house. Mm-hmm. But what they do have is the pre-made meals. And I would suggest that if you have a busy family, you get over there and stock up for the week because they have everything from shepherd's pie. They have quiche. They have chicken pot pie. They have spaghetti and meatballs, chicken parm, and salads if you're a fat ass like me. Somebody comes up and goes, oh, yeah, but the salads are great. But here's our time is so limited these days, right? You're running around. It's play season for a lot of kids. You know, the musicals are happening and that sort of thing. So you're running all the time. You can't get the family around the table, let alone the prep time, the cleanup time, all that. Let Leo's handle that. Mm-hmm. You know, you can eat it right out of the container you get from Leo's, heat it up, eat it, but then everybody's together, and then you go your separate ways, and people go to practice and stuff. But it gives you a chance to be a family, all thanks to Leo's. What's the best thing about Leo's, Dan?
Everything.
That's right. On Dispatch Drive in East Rochester, open every day.
Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Route 96 in Victor. And online at victorcdjr.com.
RV shoppers, Myers RV is coming off the huge dome sale, and they're carrying over the dome sale pricing. So you get to still shop top RV brands like Jayco, Thor, Winnebago, Keystone, Brinkley, Forest River, and Grand Design at dome show pricing sales. They have 3 locations in the greater Rochester area, the original in Caledonia. Their newest one is in Webster and on Route 96 in Farmington. Get there because you've been dreaming about having the ability to just take off, right? There's something very Americana about the open road and packing up and just taking off. And if you have the time, you can go for as long as you want. With remote jobs now and internet available inside of Myers RV, you could go anywhere. And they have an RV to fit every budget. Find out more at MyersRVs.com. The Dome Show pricing going on at Myers RV. See more at MyersRV.com.
Leave Billified a voicemail anytime on the Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram line at 585-206-8866. And be sure to like and subscribe to Billified wherever you get your podcast.
It's trying to play Peter Frampton, Baby I Love Your Way, but it's all kinds of internet issues. I don't know what's happening.
If Frampton didn't come out with that album, Frampton Comes Alive, do we even reference Peter Frampton at all?
I don't know. Well,
because that album was huge, but like other than that, he had some songs everybody liked, but nobody really took him seriously until he did that live album with the talking guitar effects.
We remember we interviewed him, and
he had an album. Thank you, Mr. Churchill, or something like that.
Yeah. But somebody said he was a total dick or a douche or something.
Kano or Tommy.
I don't. Yeah, and then we interviewed him. He was great.
Yeah,
he was
fantastic.
Really a delight.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I don't know what the thing is. Yeah, we're having all kinds of. Let me see if I can. Just want to make sure that. Yeah, all right. We're just having internet issues, and I don't know.
1 hour of sleep, Billy, and the internets are all effed up.
Screwed things up. So a sad, scary, an odd situation. I'll call it that. I don't know exactly what happened. Genesee County, other than the fact that a 32-year veteran, 54-year-old Genesee County Sheriff Sergeant Thomas Sanfratello passed as a result of an altercation at Batavia Downs.
That's awful.
Yeah, it said, according to police, Sanfratello and casino security were notified about an altercation inside the facility. So after an initial verbal confrontation inside the bar area, Sanfratello, alongside Batavia Downs security staff, began escorting 2 patrons, Michael Elmore, 33, and Lindsay Wilcox, 39, out at the request of Batavia Downs security.
So it sounds like maybe they were causing a problem.
Yes.
And were they at 34 Rush Bar?
I don't know.
Because that's the bar where like they have like live bands and stuff. I'm supposed to play there in a couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm serious. On a Saturday night too.
Yeah.
And and I think right before Easter. Well, no, a week before. But yeah, that's
Wilcox allegedly became physical. Wilcox,
the chick,
Lindsay Wilcox,
the 39-year-old chick,
became physically combative with Sanfratello.
And you think it may have stressed him to a point where
I don't know. So who, along with the assistance from the Batavia Downs security, was able to gain control of Wilcox and place her under arrest. So they got her under arrest. That's when I would assume her boyfriend, Michael Elmore, who is 6 years younger than she is, allegedly began to interfere with the arrest and became physically combative, attacking Sanfratello.
Okay.
So he attacked the sergeant. Batavia Downs security officers and civilians attempted to assist Sanfratello with taking Elmore into custody, and a physical fight ensued.
Oh, gosh, you don't want to be responsible for those people. Man, you got to feel bad now if you're these two. Do they get like attempted murder charges?
I don't know.
Or manslaughter because the police officer died while trying to apprehend them?
During the altercation, Sanfratello attempted to use a taser on Elmore. Sanfratello, 54, became, so then they said, according to police, but Elmore continued to be combative. And then all they say here is Sanfratello, 54, became unresponsive during the altercation, and CPR was started immediately, but he was pronounced deceased by the Genesee County coroner. Oh. The Batavia Police Department is coordinating with the Genesee County Sheriff's Office. Genesee, blah, blah, blah. But they're saying if anybody witnessed anything, to please call the Batavia Police Department Detective Bureau at 585-345-6311. I don't know. It does sound like maybe the gentleman had a heart attack.
Yeah. I'm just asking this question. Do you think he could have accidentally in the struggle may have tased himself?
I have no idea. I mean, either way, that shouldn't end up like this.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know. And you would think like 32-year veteran, probably near retirement.
We've heard incidents where in the city the last 20 years where like police used a taser and somebody ended up dead because they had a heart condition or something like that.
Yes.
I'm not saying that this is the case.
No, I don't know. I have no idea.
It's just a bizarre incident where like it technically is a routine.
Yes.
I hate saying a routine incident, but it kind of is. Like somebody gets rowdy, you escort them out, they cause a problem, you bring them back up. But you don't hear about this stuff. Usually this is stuff that ends up in the Times of Wayne County.
When was the last time you saw a bar fight?
Oh, gosh, a bar fight. Like at one of my shows, I think, okay, so remember this bar? It used to be called Damien's. It's on...
on East Ridge Road.
No. Oh. It's a different one. It was on the corner of Monroe Avenue, and then there was another street, just Marshall Street, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's now known as Marshall Street. It used to be known as Damien's, right? And these girls got into a fight over who could, like, they used to have a pole that you could dance on, and my band's playing, and these girls were fighting over who got the dance on the pole, and started slapping each other around, and of course, like, two of the guys in the band, like, put their instruments down. I'm still singing. I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, hey, what happened to the bass? All of a sudden I look over. Oh, there's an incident. These girls are fighting. That was the last time I've seen a bar incident in front of me. I don't go to bars that much.
I was out with Kevin and somebody, I'll just say it the way it happened. Somebody who recognized Kevin from a previous job they worked together came over, and Kevin didn't recognize the guy right away. And the guy was drunk, and there was something about the way he was posturing himself that I go, this guy, in my head, was looking for a fight. Now, sometimes, I don't know, I just go, there's something about this guy. So Kevin then said to me after the guy walked away, he kept taking his hat off, which was almost like his sign that this shit was going to go down. And he's staring at me. What do you think of this guy? And then it said, I never had anything good to say about him. But I couldn't tell if he was drunk and being funny.
Yeah.
But I go, but there's something about this guy and his mannerisms and the way he's going. He's looking for a fight. He was going on about that he lives in town. He was demanding to know where I lived. It was something odd. And I go, this guy's looking for a fight. Sure as shit, he's up at the bar then, and I look over and I'm watching him, and he starts with some guy, and the guy is not even looking at him, won't even like break. And he keeps calling him an asshole, and he tries to flip his hat off, and he takes his hat off, and he's leaning over, and he's in the guy's face. And then he's like, I'll be cool. I'll buy his drink. Let me get his drink. Because the guy is like, I was just trying to get to the bar. So whatever happened, I have no idea. Again, I'm away from it, but I'm observing this, and I go, there's something about this guy that he is looking for a fight. And so that seems to, but there's some people trying to interfere and calm him down and all this shit.
Hey, buddy, let's sit out. Let's have a drink.
He's the instigator. Yeah. I want you to know, like, I saw this. I felt it from the guy when he was over talking to me and to Kevin, and he walked away. I felt it. I go, this mofo is looking to start a fight. So then he's back at the bar, and the next thing I know, there it is. And there's another guy that I know who I have seen people try to mess with, and he's grab. So sure enough, I see that guy. The next thing I know, his hands are up on that guy's, the other guy has his hands on Kevin, the guy Kevin used to work with's chest. And they're going back and forth. And by the way, if you know Damien Damien's place, you know that I wasn't going to say where it was, but yes, that's right. It's fine. It's fine.
It's kind of narrow, and
but there's never any problems in there ever.
Yeah.
But so I said before that's fine. Before the second one happens, I say to someone who works there, hey, watch that guy. Because he's starting trouble. And sure enough, he starts it with this other dude. But now everybody's blaming the other dude because he's the first one to put his hands up. But this kid, there was something that you could just tell. And so I just looked at Kevin and go, I'm out of here. And then that guy wandered up to the front. But I haven't seen a bar fight in a long time. And I was like, man, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see it. Because they're never, first of all, they're stupid. And then sometimes it's not so much the hit, but the fall that somebody takes, because you'll bounce off a chair, you hit your head,
somebody else gets hurt.
Somebody else gets hurt. It's a bad reputation. It's like you just don't want that shit. You just don't want it.
Right.
You just don't want it.
Right.
Danny did say that he's using a C-Pap machine. Text at 585-206-8866. I hear Dan talking about his C-Pap. How does Dan's wife handle it?
So you know that commercial where
I want to get away. You want to get away?
No. When I first started using the C-Pap, right, I took it off once just to like adjust it, and my wife could feel the breeze coming out of the C-Pap air. Yeah, because it's pressurized there, and like it's blowing in her hair. Right. The next day, we see a commercial watching football of a couple going through the same thing, where the guy's sleeping, he's snoring, the mask is off his face, and it's blowing in her face. Right. And then they show that thing where you can wear on your chest to help you implant, and I don't want to do that, but it's she doesn't seem to have an issue with it. Okay. Like I'm not much of a snorer to begin with. Personally, I think that this thing's a waste of time for me. It has helped my heart, apparently, according to my tests. Just my sleep sucks. It's like having a vacuum attached to my nose.
Well, I was diagnosed with mild sleep apnea.
Okay.
So I use a mouth guard, and it pushes your lower jaw out. I got
it's like a Zipa.
Eastman Dental. Mm-hmm. And so it opens up your airway. Mm-hmm. And I sleep great. But this person writes, my husband has a new weird non-C-Pap habit. He gets into bed a couple of minutes after me most nights. We kiss and go to sleep. I thought something was odd about his kiss, but then when we were talking, he was just mumbling. I realized he had his mouth taped shut.
Oh, people do that too.
I'd never heard of this.
Yeah, they'll tape if the C-Pap, if you're still breathing through your mouth or exhaling through your mouth, inhaling through your nose and out your mouth, you'll still make sounds. You'll end up with a dry mouth. So they'll give you this tape to wear over your mouth. But you have to go through the process of getting used to the machine before they allow you to do that.
He said he saw it's a great way to get better sleep. It makes you breathe out of your nose. Mm-hmm. So now I sleep next to a man with a breathe right strip on his nose and tape on his mouth. I go,
how did we get up to 9 billion people in this
it's a great question.
Without all this stuff.
That's a great question.
Do you realize, we've been sleeping wrong all these centuries?
No, it's not that. We're not. Yeah, but you died. It was people having heart attacks in their 40s.
Yeah.
It was, So, we did live.
15 was middle age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got through a midlife crisis.
Well, what did we say the other day?
I just learned how to ride a bike.
Were you here? Yeah. I said, I think we should consider raising the age of consent to 16 or lowering me, because you have like this 39-year-old woman. I'm not saying it's right. I would be annoyed as well if I were the parent of the 16-year-old. But at the same time, she's being charged with rape. They can't even hold her because of the bail reform. It's just a bunch of red tape. This sounds more like a kitchen table punishment or a kitchen table discussion about, hey,
right,
whatever. So,
yet there's a certain type of tape that you can wear on your mouth. You can't just take duct tape and do it. It's like a certain kind of tape,
right? No, it is a certain kind of tape. But my point was, like, we're living longer because when in that whole age of consent thing, I think, remember they were talking about raising it to the age of 10?
Yeah, in England.
In what? Or the 16th century or something like that? Yeah, because people weren't living as long.
Very long.
Because they didn't have C-Pap machines.
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah, you're right.
Vaccines.
Yeah, you're right. Because Social Security was a big thing. They said, we'll give you Social Security at the age of 62 or 65. And the reason that Roosevelt did that was because they're not going to live that long anyway.
Yeah.
And people end up like living in their 70s and 80s. Like it's in 2020 or 2021. Yeah, 2020, before COVID, the average age of death in this country was 77 or 76. Then after COVID, it dropped to 75, but they think it was because of COVID that it dropped down. But it's about 75 years old, give or take. It used to be like in the 50s and 60s.
I think now it's 78.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are living longer.
Yep.
And so, that's probably why they want to keep you alive, even though so they can medicate you more.
Yeah. We got a system here, folks. We need to keep the green coming in.
Right.
That's the way.
But the fact that I'm like in my early 40s and using a C-Pap, I knew guys who were using C-Paps in their 20s.
I was in my early 40s. A lot of life before me.
So St. Patrick's Day is coming up.
Yes.
Right. So they used to have this big party down at Bennigan's. Remember Bennigan's downtown? On Exchange Street.
Yes.
Okay, so they used to have this big St. Patrick's Day party. So my buddy Ken,
I've been there once.
Okay, I used to get a hotel rooms every year. So he goes. So at the time I was out of work, and he goes, "Hey, why don't you come hang out with us? Take a load off, right?" So he goes, "You're gonna room with my buddy." And we called him Air Force One. And the reason we called him Air Force One is because this is the first time I'd ever seen somebody wear a C-Pap machine. I had no idea these things existed. He goes, "Oh yeah, I have a deviated septum and I'm a little overweight, so I have to use this machine to sleep by. So if it bothers you, let me know." And he put it on. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like wearing like an Air Force mask when you're flying a plane. He goes, yeah, it's exactly what it is. And he goes, it helps me with my sleep now. I sleep better than ever.
Yeah.
And I was like, how old are you? He goes, I'm 29. I'm like, wow.
But that's it. That's why we're living longer. It's part of the reason, right?
Yeah.
Even your heart's going, oh, thank you.
Yeah, it is.
Oxygen, baby.
It really is.
All right, we'll take a moment. Tipping culture, Dan. Tipping culture.
Don't get me started. I have no problems tipping tipped employees.
Yes.
It's the other people that want tips that I have a problem with.
Well, tipflation is something that we're hearing about. Tipflation.
Oh, not tip fatigue?
No. Tipflation. We will get to that. But first, Mac of all trades. I know we're looking out the window here right now, and we've got a little bit of snow falling. But that warm weather, we've had some great teaser weather for what's coming. And if you want like a backyard entertainment area and you don't, or maybe you have one now and it's just not up to snuff or it's falling apart a little bit, Mac of all trades, they can build you a beautiful deck, different levels on the deck if you wanted. They could give you an outdoor kitchen.
Yeah.
How about that? I mean, talk about entertainment.
One of those outdoor stoves.
Yeah.
Like they used to make.
Yes.
You can build those. I got a brick.
Some people put a pizza oven out there.
Yeah.
Mac can set all that up for you. Give them a call at 585-202-9218. That's 585-202-9218. Maybe you don't want a deck. Maybe you want them to pour a patio or something for you and put a little design in the concrete. All that stuff, 585-202-9218 or online at macofalltrades.net.
BTB's Wood-Fired Pizza and Grill in the Mall at Grease Ridge.
At Connors and Ferris, they focus on workers' comp, Social Security disability, and personal injury. If you do find yourself hurt on the job, I want you to call Connors and Ferris at 262-COMP. And I want you to do that because they understand the complexities of workers' compensation claims. They understand dealing with insurance companies, dealing with employers, but most importantly, the legal system. They know it well. And all of that is extremely stressful. It takes over your life. You call Connors and Ferris at 262-COMP. They're going to advocate for your rights, strive to secure you the benefits and compensation you deserve, and you're going to get peace of mind knowing you have a team by your side advocating for you and giving you the attention you deserve. So stop the worry, take that off your plate, actually sleep at night. You made a smart choice. You contacted Connors and Ferris. They have offices in New York City, Syracuse, Rochester, and Buffalo. They are committed to serving you better, and only a quick call away at 262-COMP today. Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
Leave Billify a voicemail anytime on the Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram line at 585-206-8866.
God damn it, Bill. I'm a little disappointed. I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in Kevin, especially because sometimes, even though he's a Patriots fan, he can't be the voice of reason. You all are expecting a dog to eat somebody's dick and for it to be shit out in the same shape it freaking went in. Why don't you eat a steak and see what it comes out as? See ya.
And be sure to like and subscribe to Billified wherever you get your podcast.
All right, looks like we're back on Facebook Live. The YouTube we're having trouble with. Down today, you said?
Yeah, it's been spotty today.
Yeah.
According to downdetector.com.
Downdetector.com. He mentioned the fact that Kevin is a fan of the Patriots. Mac Jones, no longer a Patriot, the quarterback out of Alabama, who I believe was taken with the 15th overall pick, is now a Jacksonville Jaguar.
He's going to back up the guy who went number 1 in the same draft.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
I tell people, I go, everybody gets excited about the draft, right? And I understand why. It's the season of perpetual hope for every NFL team. But, even these guys who have trained their entire lives to pick players, right, and coach them up, those guys miss more often than they hit. It's like, if you could pick the draft, why don't you go work in the stock market and pick something worthwhile?
Yeah, but let me ask you.
It shows you how hard it is.
It is that hard. I would agree. And then there's these guys like Brady, who you didn't expect, or maybe even Brock Purdy, you could say.
Yeah.
That,
two great examples.
Mr. Irrelevance. Was Brady a Mr. Irrelevant?
No, he was 199 though.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think to myself that is it possible that some guys have played the game so long that they're just sick of playing and they don't perform at a high level anymore? Or is it that maybe there's nagging injuries that get exasperated, or you know what I'm saying?
I think where you land is just as important as how good you are coming out of college. And you have to remember this about Alabama quarterbacks. They haven't succeeded in the NFL really since Ken Stabler and Joe Namath.
Well, Tua's not doing bad.
He's doing all right, but here's the thing. He's got the perfect coach. It's a one-read system. If guys aren't open, just get rid of the ball. Just get rid of the ball. It's a one-read system.
Yeah.
He doesn't make many mistakes because he's always going after one receiver in particular on each play. Now, it's where you land. So if you take Tua and you put Tua somewhere else, if you put him in New England and put Mac Jones in Miami, Mac Jones might still have a decent career, and Tua might be the guy who's on the outs right now. Because
I always thought
Belichick's never been an offensive mind. He's just not.
I thought from all the things I read in the 2018 draft, was that when Josh Allen came out?
Yes.
Yeah. That Sam Darnold was going to be the best player in that draft.
Yes, that's what all signs pointed to.
And Sam was off the team, and now he's a backup with the 49ers.
Right.
Yeah.
He was because he was the guy carrying USC. Just carrying this team. And then he gets drafted he was supposed to go to Cleveland, and then at the last minute, their ownership, Jimmy Haslam, said, no, we're taking Baker Mayfield. So then the Giants take Barkley.
Yeah.
They needed a quarterback. They said, no, we're going to take Saquon Barkley. So then the Jets are sitting right there, and they wanted Darnold. They grabbed him. But Adam Gase was the head coach. And Adam Gase, who was, the guy he had coached before was Peyton Manning. Well, Peyton Manning coaches himself.
Right.
So he wasn't the right fit.
That's another thing. It's some of these guys are just so self-motivated.
Yeah.
And know what to do, And I think a lot of that has to do with having a daddy who was in the NFL for a long time playing that position. But anyway, Mac Jones out of New England, and they have the number 3 pick in the draft. So I would expect them to take a quarterback.
Sounds like it's probably going to be Jaden Daniels, the kid out of LSU, the Heisman Trophy winner.
Okay.
That's what it sounds like to New England.
Tipflation, Daniel. Mm-hmm. Do you know what tipflation refers to?
We're tipping non-tipped employees like baristas and stuff more and more money than we did before.
Refers to the increased rates that people are now expected to tip at restaurants and for other goods and services. So I was in a coffee shop yesterday, and they give me the thing, and I just hit no. I hit no tip. I felt bad. I'm like, oh, they're gonna think I'm a dick.
Well, now I feel like obligated to tip because
but
if you don't tip, then you might get a crappy.
You're not getting crappy anything because they can't see it. I don't think they know.
I don't know.
I don't either. But it's on my side of the thing.
Depends. If they have the screen, then you might.
It's not the screen that they flip over.
But sometimes if you sign a little piece of paper, you might or might not.
Well, the New York Post had a whole article, and the title is "Tipping Culture is Out of Control, Customers Say, and Service Industry Workers Agree." According to them, a new survey of American consumers and service workers found that 76.1% believe tipping has gone too far. But it's not only the diners who dread it. More than half of service workers agree, 51% saying they would prefer to be paid a living wage and receive no tips. Tipping is an expectation in the American service industry, and how many workers' salaries are supplemented. Many workers' salaries are supplemented. Mm-hmm. Yet as the cost of living increases across the country, so too do the demands of businesses and workers who rely on cash gifts to get by.
Okay, so what they're basically saying is that they're not making enough on tips, that they want more money in a base salary to go serve.
Which of these services do you actually tip for? Restaurant service?
Absolutely. Every time.
Food delivery?
Yes.
Okay. Hairdresser and beauty services?
Yes, although oftentimes they make up their own prices in some cases because they're renting a chair, right? So if you say it's like $20, the tip's kind of built in sometimes, but I always go beyond that just in case.
Yeah, I
always tip.
How about Uber?
I used to drive, so yeah. You know what's funny though? I've never ridden an Uber. I've only driven.
Or Lyft. Okay. How about bartending?
Yes, absolutely.
How about baristas?
I do, but that's the one where I'm reluctant because they're making the full wage. Like they're not getting like a minimum wage or a tipped wage. They're getting like the full wage, right? I mean, it's become one of those things where they are making it for you, but they're supposed to.
What about a moving company? You ever have a moving company?
I always tip those guys.
How about hotel staff? Do you tip? I'll leave a tip when you leave. Yeah,
I've done that.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's the one where I'm tricky. I'm like, I don't know how much to tip the hotel staff. You know what I'm saying? Because like, if you're bringing me something to my room, how much do you expect me to give you? Whereas someone's cleaning my room, right?
Yeah.
You know, or making my bed and stuff. So I would expect the person who is cleaning my room, making the bed and fixing and giving me fresh towels more than somebody. You have a delivery here, a piece of mail. Oh, thanks. I gotta give you $10.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the
$5
story is.
Because it's never enough. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to tipping people,
do you leave like 20% of whatever the nightly cost was? Well, it seems like it could be high, but
yeah, that is pretty steep. If you're spending $200 a night in a hotel,
let me ask you this:
$40.
Should you be tipping your flight attendant the next time you fly, bringing you snacks, bringing you drinks? Should you tip flight attendants?
That's tricky. I don't know. I don't think I've ever done it. No,
I haven't either. Flight attendants, they do accept tips.
Mm-hmm.
It can be I guess they can't take like cash tips, but they'll take like gift cards, like a $5 Starbucks whatever card. Give me a form of gift card for somewhere in the terminal.
Or if they hand you a bill say if you wanted to order a drink or something that's not included in the price, like if you wanted to order alcohol or something like that, you have to sign off on it with your phone or the tablet.
Yeah,
and I think that's where you could tip them. I would definitely tip them if that's the case.
I don't know,
but as far as like doing what they normally do, I don't.
No, they keep you alive. They show you where the exits are.
Yeah.
Right?
How to put the mask on.
How to put the mask properly. They tell you to, put your mask on, secure it first before your child's.
Or your wife.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm okay. I'm more okay with them than the barista.
Yeah. Because the barista, that's what you're there for. You can make the argument that, like the waitress is the same thing. But no, the waitresses have always traditionally been paid a tipped wage. They live off the tips. Whereas a barista, they're there to make, the wage that they're supposed to make for doing the job. They make more. They don't make a tipped wage. They make more.
I should see if my son he's working as a waiter, and I think he wrote. I think he got his first dine and dash.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Was he responsible for paying for it too?
I don't know. I'm not
Pizza
really
delivery
sure.
guys, like if you know, they're responsible for like the entire tab at the end of the night.
I remember there was one pizza delivery guy that got jumped that we knew.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. Like they waited for him.
Was this the kid with the glasses that used to work with us?
No.
Okay.
This was a name that some people may be familiar with, and I shouldn't laugh because it's terrible, but it was Snoozer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Snoozer so I think it was wintertime, and he was bringing a pizza, and he was supposed to go upstairs, and somebody popped out, and he slipped on the ice, and they took the pizza.
Poor Snoozer. Yeah, I know Snoozer. That's terrible.
Yeah, it is terrible.
And then he's responsible.
And then it's even more terrible because then I laugh because it's him. But always a sweet guy. Let me see. I'm going to try to call Jackson and see if Jackson will tell us what happened with his dine and dash, and then ask him kind of about the tipping culture, because he's in a southern state, but that doesn't mean and survives on tips. But I just don't know, like
15 to 20%.
Yes,
is the standard.
Well, I always figure I'll do 20.
I've never stiffed anybody ever, even for bad service.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Jackson, I'm on the podcast. Yeah. I'm on the podcast. Can I talk to you?
Yeah, I don't have any tables right now.
Oh, okay. You're at work?
Yes.
All right. Talk to me real quick about being the dine and dash deal.
What? They ordered, it was two people. They ordered, excuse me. They ordered 3 entrees, totaled about $77, and they just left without paying.
So what happens then? Do you have to pay?
No, the manager zeroes it out, and then I just hit cash. So.
Okay. All right. And we were just talking about tipping culture, and some people are getting upset with the amount of tipping, but not so much at restaurants. Are you still getting good tips when you work?
Oh yeah, I'm making great money.
Yeah. Well, you go above and beyond as a waiter and really try to engage with the people and get as big a tip as possible.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. All right. But no tables right now. Is it a slow day? Well, you know what? It's the daylight savings thing. I think it screws everybody up.
Yeah, it might be that. It'll.
Okay.
But yeah, we usually pop stuff in like about an hour. That's the dinner rush.
Okay, yeah. So that'll be 6 o'clock where you are.
It will, yeah.
Did you bring the food out with a forklift? Just joking, Jackson.
No.
All right.
Oh, okay, good.
All right, Jackson, you go back. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I wanted to know about. I'm sorry they dined and dashed on you.
That's fine. It happens.
It does happen.
Yeah.
Never happened before, though.
No.
All right.
We used to look at the cameras. When I worked at my uncle's restaurant, we go to the cameras to find the people.
Oh.
To try to figure out who it was. Because it's a small town. Somebody knows who they were.
Did you show up at people's houses?
We would shame them. Oh, yeah.
What's the name of the restaurant you're working at?
Logan's Roadhouse.
Logan's Roadhouse.
Ooh.
All right. Well, enjoy Logan's Roadhouse today, pal. I hope you make a lot
What's
of
the
money.
specials, Jackson?
We don't really have specials, but we're known for our steaks.
All right, cool.
All right, very good.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Thanks, man.
All right, no problem.
Bye.
Bye.
Now, the reason I raised my hand was because here's a group that, like, kind of, there's this gray area, right?
Yeah.
If you go to a restaurant, you call ahead, you order takeout, meaning you're driving there.
Yes.
Okay, because didn't Shady McCoy or somebody get in trouble because he didn't tip on takeout?
I don't know.
The point is that, like, okay, you're going to get it yourself. All they're doing is boxing it up.
Right.
So should you tip for that?
No. I don't tip when I get Chinese food, should I? I mean, if I go pick it up.
Right, I don't think so.
I don't think the Chinese restaurant.
I might just do it just out of the kindness of my heart, but I don't think you're obligated, let alone paying 20%.
Yeah.
Like if you're getting like $50 worth of takeout, you shouldn't leave, and you're doing it yourself, you shouldn't have to leave $10 to cover it. Maybe a couple bucks.
If you Uber and you go to dinner and then you go to a bar and then you Uber again, you could do easily $100 in tips.
Oh, easily.
That night. $100 worth of tipping. Should people start rolling that into their budget? Because it is right to tip, right? I mean,
yes.
Except that you're paying for the Uber, so I don't understand.
Well, it's more of a courtesy. You don't have to do it. I'll tell you this, as a former Lyft driver.
Yes.
And I'm not joking. I'm gonna be honest here. Yeah. I'm not gonna say what groups, but there were certain groups or categories of people that would not tip.
Yeah, I would assume young people. No,
college kids did not tip.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
But there were also like certain ethnicities that would not tip.
All right.
Yeah, seriously.
All right.
My fellow Italians did not tip.
It's just weird. Like you always have to budget for the tips if you go out. If you're to Uber.
Yeah, but if you can't afford to tip, don't. If you can't afford we used to say in the restaurant business, if you can't afford to go out to eat, which means leave a tip, then stay home. It's that simple. That's simple. I know that inflation, I know the prices are going up. So what? If you can't afford to leave a tip, I think everybody should spend some time in service.
Yeah.
In food service
to see it,
to see how it really works, man. Because it's not the waiter or waitress's fault that the food is cold necessarily, or that the cook screwed up. Now, they are the last inspector of food, but there's a lot of layers to get there before they bring the food out to you.
Right.
Okay. So you shouldn't just blame it on the waiter or waitress. Sometimes it's the cook. Sometimes it's somebody else. The other thing too is that you don't like unless you go to one of those home style diners, you don't see one person anymore. You'll see someone taking your order, somebody else getting your drinks, and somebody else bringing out your food sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
So who are you really tipping? Well, you're tipping the first person you're talking to who really writes you the check. They're the person responsible, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it's a team game.
Yeah. Well, and then usually they tip team-wise. Do they tip out your bartenders?
I don't know. Bartenders tip team-wise. They split the tip at the end of the night, but I'm not so sure about waiters or waitresses.
I don't know. All right. Well, tipping culture. Some people say tipflation, we're getting fatigued with all the tipping.
Yeah, because I don't mind tipping everybody, but I think that I don't believe that you should have to tip, a
flight attendants. They want your tips.
I think there's certain waiters and waitresses, you get a mandatory 15 to 20% tip, but I don't think everybody should be that across the board. You want to throw a barista a couple bucks? I think that's cool, but they shouldn't get bent out of shape because you didn't give them 20% when all they're doing is what they're supposed to do.
Right. All right, we'll take a moment. But first, Cobblestone on Main at 109 West Main Street in the Village of Webster. I got out there Friday and I had the pastrami sandwich. Let me tell you, it is delicious, just like everything at Cobblestone on Main. But more than that, it's the atmosphere. You ever notice that sometimes the atmosphere just adds to the whole overall experience? And it was a great crowd, upscale bar, friendly staff. It was the perfect place to have lunch on a Friday. Cobblestone on Main. 109 West Main Street in the Village of Webster. And if you're planning a special event, it could be a birthday celebration, a corporate gathering, Cobblestone on Main offers a charming private dining space that can be tailored to your needs. And you can find out more by going on cobblestoneonmain.com. That's cobblestoneonmain.com. I talked to Dan Bresnahan, the owner, and they're even doing some renovations downstairs in the next couple of months. So they're going to even have some more, smaller space. If you're looking for even more of an intimate, private area, now you're going to have that available as well. Cobblestone on Main, 109 West Main Street in the Village of Webster.
Iron Smoke Distillery, the internationally acclaimed New York State farm distillery at ironsmokedistillery.com.
Red, White, and Brew. Have you been there? It's at 147 State Street in downtown Rochester, and it has a really unique theme. It's a tap and tasting room for New York State wineries, breweries, and distilleries. So you can get a flight of wines from the Finger Lakes, beers from downstate, distilleries from different parts of the state. They put together the flight. You get a charcuterie board. What a great way to spend an evening. There's no TVs in there, just music, even board games if you'd like to play. You know what they're making you do? Communicate. The old-fashioned way. I love it. Red, White, and Brew, 147 State Street in downtown Rochester, and online at Red, White, and Brew Rock. That's Red, White, and Brew ROC.com.
Leave Billified a voicemail anytime on the Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram line at 585-206-8866.
Danny, my wife and your wife got to have a sleepover and fall asleep to NCIS. I never knew it was a thing until you just said it was a thing. Love you guys. See you.
And be sure to like and subscribe to Billified wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you fall asleep to NCIS yourself because it's on?
No, I get sucked into it. She does.
Yeah.
But I'm like following the whole, last night I watched 3 episodes before I'm like, why am I? But if I turn it off, she'll wake up. I'm like, well, you turn the TV off.
Do you keep it on as white noise? Is it on all night?
For her, it is.
Wait, the TV's on all night?
At some point, I actually turn it off and say, no, we're going to bed. She goes, I asked her, I go, you wonder why you can't sleep. I go, you got the TV on. It's blue light.
Yeah.
You're supposed to like turn off your TV at least an hour before bed. No screen time. She goes, yeah, but then my mind starts racing. I start thinking of things I need to do. I'm like, well, play some music. What do you got the TV on for? But I come in and all of a sudden it's on. I have to get these special blue blocker glasses and try to fall asleep.
Now, hang on a second. I have a serious question here. If the shoe were on the other foot,
yes,
and it was you that needed the TV on, would there be a lecture as to how bad that is?
From her?
Yes.
Yeah.
There would be.
Oh, yeah.
But is there lectures to you about how bad certain things you do are for you or annoying or whatever?
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
The supplements.
The supplements.
The supplements
right,
was a big
Danny
one.
was on a lot of supplements.
Yeah.
And then she said they weren't good. And then the doctor said they weren't good.
Yeah.
Or a waste of time.
They were a waste of time. He didn't say they weren't
That's
good.
right.
But they
This
weren't
is
as bad as she made them out to be.
Yes.
They just weren't all the things I could
so
be.
you get the lecture. But you can't give that
I
same
can't
lecture.
give that.
Why not?
I tried doing it this morning.
Why not? Why can't you say, listen,
because
this is ridiculous.
my wife is more stubborn than I am.
Yeah, but why can't you go, look, to a new habit, 21 days. We got to go 21 days to form a new habit.
Because it only takes 2 to break it.
So what we need is every night we got to shut that TV. Set the timer. There's a timer, I'm sure, on the TV. Is this the 75-incher?
No, this is the other TV.
All right.
This is the bedroom TV.
All right, the bedroom TV, the one that gets porn. No, I'm kidding. But I'm sure, is it a somewhat modern television?
Yes.
Yeah, then you could probably has a timer on it, a sleep timer, and it'll just
She's
go
one
off.
of those people where if like the white noise stops, she wakes up.
All right, but get her like a white noise thing. They sell or
no, she has to have dialogue. Because
what?
Don't ask me why.
Dialogue.
My ex-wife was the same way.
You've married some
chicks that like to listen to TV shows. I'm like, don't you get weird dreams?
Sleep, talk in their sleep. What about like just white noise? Like you can go on YouTube even. Is it an internet TV? Does it get the internet? This television?
Oh yeah.
So go on the internet and pull up YouTube and get some white noise.
Yeah, I've done that. And sometimes I'll try to quickly. I have to do it really quick because if there's ever a gap in dialogue, right, then she'll sense it. Like, oh, what happened? So I have to turn it on. So like I'll try to turn on Bob Ross painting.
She must sleep great on planes and things.
She gets annoyed with the Bob Ross stuff because Bob Ross is like painting and it's very soothing and relaxing. It lulls me to sleep, but she gets bored by it. I go, yeah, but NCIS, people getting shot and killed. Yeah, I can sleep through that. Takes my mind off things. Sure.
Makes me feel good.
Yeah.
I feel so secure.
Yeah. Our country's safe.
Well, it's not happening to her.
Yeah, right.
She had was it her mom that got a call, one of those scam calls? I saw you send me the article.
Yeah, I had to remind her that last night. She didn't, she doesn't remember, but yeah, I get a phone call. My wife's out shoveling snow around her car because she had to go somewhere.
Wait.
It was about a year ago. I know what you're going to say. How come you weren't out shoveling?
What am I going to say?
How come you weren't out shoveling?
Wait, this is why no one listens to you. This is why nobody listens.
I don't know why she was doing it because we had nowhere to go, and I had already shoveled the steps and the walk and everything else, but for some reason she decided to do something else with her car. Okay, fine. So she's shoveling out her car and underneath it and all that stuff, and all of a sudden I get a phone call.
Because her husband's on.
Her mom's hysterical.
Oh.
And I go, what's the matter? She goes, is Beth okay? I go, yeah, she's out here shoveling. Why? She had gotten a phone call from somebody that your daughter's dead and we need the hospital needs X amount of dollars
to release her body.
Yeah, or something like that. And they're older.
Yeah.
So, and they don't understand how things work sometimes. You know, like my ex-father-in-law used to get these calls from the quote IRS.
When you say older, what are we talking?
Late 60s, early 70s.
Okay, but that's it should be a little more.
You'd think, right?
Yeah. Because I
think the news was such panic. I think that's what really got to her.
Well, that's what they're preying on.
Yeah.
That's what they're hoping for.
You're thinking emotionally and irrationally. That's what they're trying to do. And so, like my ex-father-in-law, this is the funniest one. So he get calls from some Indian dude pretending to be the IRS. Okay. And he's like, well, here, you want my accountant's number? He'll take care of him. And my wife would call me. She goes, did you get a call from the IRS today? My father got a call from the IRS. I go, honey,
wait.
The IRS won't call you.
Do you think that we could call your current in-laws now and pull a scam?
Please don't.
Well, just to say you're vulnerable. This is
I've already had the talk with them.
It's like a security breach.
I've already had the talk with them
let's see
about being vulnerable.
Yeah, but
no.
Let's see if it's sunk in. Why can't we see if it's sunk in? We'll see if it's sunk in.
No, please don't.
And
she's got enough on her plate. Please don't do that.
What do you mean? What if we call up and we say, your daughter has been in a car accident, and in order to get the car repaired and back to Rochester, we need $1,000.
Don't do that.
You sure?
She would probably she would call me then. And be like, no, she's fine. She's knitting. She's doing fine. Like I had to talk her off a ledge. You want to talk to her right now?
Yeah. Well, these scams are. I mean,
they target old people.
Yes, because a lot of them don't live near some, especially in places like Phoenix, maybe New Mexico, where you had sent me the thing. But sometimes they don't always live near, or you're not in the day-to-day life. You're aware of things going on, but you're not in the day-to-day life. So if all of a sudden it used to be like, hey, he's in Canada, he got in an accident, or he got a DWI, you need to bail him out. He's afraid to call his parents.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And that would be a great one. I still think that we should test. We should then, and then when we go, this has just been a test of the scam emergency system. We want to make sure you're not able to get scammed. I think we got to do that. I think we call up. It would be a real service for your in-laws.
Try to teach people?
No, for your in-laws or anybody. That's what I'm saying.
How about we put it out to the audience?
No.
Okay.
No.
Put it to the audience.
No,
but hey, did you have parents that need to be taught a lesson when it comes to technology? Bill Moran and I will be glad to help. Our makeup artist, Yvonne, will be calling them.
Our makeup artist, Yvonne.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Bill and I, when we were working at CMF, used to call...
Funeral parlors.
We used to call as funeral parlors.
Oh, to tanning salons.
Tanning salons,
yes.
And let them know that our makeup artist Yvonne, it was always Yvonne, was out sick, and we needed to wheel the McCain corpse in for a little to brown up the meat a little.
Yes, and a lot of times
for a 4 o'clock show,
you would get these young girls and they go, okay, because we call the South. If you can come through the back, because I don't want to freak out our customers. Like sometimes you get a smart person to go, okay, if they're dead, the skin's not going to absorb the color.
Yeah, you need oxygen,
so,
right?
Yeah, so it's like, but some of them were.
But do you have a canopy?
Are you serious? Yeah. I mean, is there any way we could do this? How about didn't we go to spray tan? We wanted to spray tan the corpse.
Yeah. I'll hold her up.
But people would fall for it.
Can you come in after 10 o'clock?
Yeah. Should we bring that back?
Yes.
Should we try that?
The only thing is we got to find a neutral line to call from because they'll trace it back to our phone. Like when we did it at the radio station, nobody could ever answer the phone because they would call a number that nobody could connect to.
No, but we could call from the 206 number.
Okay.
8866. We could try it. We could give it a
shot. Local podcasters.
Do you ever have somebody? One of the things I was thinking about this. Someone brought up, once you're labeled certain things, you can never kind of shake that. And one that I was thinking about that is hard to shake is if you're considered a thief. If you just swipe little things, like I knew somebody who took a nephew in for a little while. The kid had gotten into some trouble and he had been stealing some things and stuff. And so they opened their home to him, needed to get him out of the environment he was in, did all that. Was not me.
Fresh air nephew.
Even though I did go live with my uncle for a summer, that was not me. And all of a sudden, somebody said they had a vintage card in plastic. I think it was a Shaq basketball card.
Okay.
It was worth about $1,000.
All right.
Couldn't find it. After the kid had moved out, couldn't find it. We're convinced the kid took it. Years later, they're moving.
They find the card.
Lo and behold, they find the card.
So for years, they held it against this kid.
Yes. Or
Ricky Stenicki took it.
Yeah, Ricky Stenicki took it. But a great movie. You got to watch it. But I'm just saying, like, once you get labeled that's automatically, you think it's them, right? Or a young babysitter, all of a sudden a pair of earrings are gone. And somebody's like, well, I don't know where they are. Whoever's watching the kid, and there were a few other things missing. And somebody else said, yeah, we had things. So in your mind, you label. This person said, my mother-in-law passes. We're going through her jewelry. There were my wife's diamond earrings. She had taken them. Probably by mistake. Maybe not. Maybe not by mistake. But once you get labeled that thief, that's a hard one to shake.
Oh, yeah. That's like there's worse things to be considered, but yeah. I mean,
I'm just saying on a milder scale.
Yes.
Right? You would automatically, like if things went missing. I remember there was a kid that I grew up with. Shit would always be breaking. I think we had one of the early computer games, right? And it was on a disc. And if the disc got dirty or you didn't want like static electricity, you could wipe out everything. Well, we lived in Appalachia, so the power would go out often. So we're down, my father's downstairs flipping switches, trying to get it back. And all of a sudden now the game's not working. And I had left the room for a minute and I was convinced that he had taken the disc out the wrong way or something.
Oh, yeah. Back then, those floppy discs.
Yes. Yeah. And I'll never be convinced it wasn't him. And yet maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just a complete glitch thing. But once you've got that reputation, man, you're never going to be able to. At work, do we have people at work? People were always stealing like
headphones
back in the day. But tickets and things would go
missing. Tickets would go missing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we had a boss who brought in this girl who had a reputation, let's say. And she had a similar name as somebody like me who was on the station. And all of a sudden, these tickets start just missing left and right. We can't give them away to our callers because the tickets were missing.
Was this when we were?
Yes. Female jock. And she used to work on the alternative station in town.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, we're like, so we're all getting not accused, but like questioned about it. And I'm like, I fill the sheets out and hand them up. I have no reason. I could just ask you for tickets if I want them. And then come to find out that she was taking them and selling them. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, she ended up in like rehab or something. Or yeah.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Okay. Danny?
Yeah.
I don't remember the person very well. But imagine being that desperate and then selling the tickets. They think they say for promo use only.
Right. That happened. Like headphones would go missing a lot.
Yeah.
Oftentimes Tommy used to use these wet wipes.
Yeah.
Like Brown, when I use the bathroom, I like having, and he like they end up going missing though. It's like, who needs those, Brown? Besides me, who uses that stuff?
Well, someone might have cleaned them up thinking that they were out of place. I don't know if they had a cleaning service.
But that's the thing, though. All of a sudden, now things start going missing, and people start accusing people of stuff.
And there's certain people like there was a intern many years ago. There was an intern who things would go missing, and I always thought it was him. And then I'm the promotion director. Try this one on for size. I think this guy was a little bit older than me, but he was interning. And he was a little rough around the edges, let's put it that way. Looked like he came from kind of a rougher background, but was trying. He was going to school. He was doing all this stuff and really, really wanted to improve himself. Well, I get a sales guy comes up to me and goes, hey, because you used to have these enter to win things, right? And you'd have to fill out your stupid little form and drop it in, and you'd have it at, 7-Eleven, Speedway, whatever, the Hess stations, right? So then we got to go out and pick up the boxes. So I send this kid out on a route to pick up boxes. And the guy goes, hey, I happened to be in this store today, and I see the guy, and he's there, and he bought a, 16-ounce beer. And got behind the wheel, cracked it open, was driving around the van, drinking a beer. And I go, oh, my God. And he's like, yeah. And he goes, the guy's like, hey, thanks, darling. He goes, he's giving me the whole rap that the guy said. I go, oh, God. So now I can't have this. And I can't, I got to fire this guy. I got to fire this guy immediately. And I didn't want to, but I'm all uncomfortable. And I had to fire him as soon as he came back. I'm like, listen, man. And he goes, yeah, I did. I go, I can't have that. I go, I can't have it. I can't have it getting around. And God forbid a station van ever hit it. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, right?
5, 6, and 11.
Yeah, 5, 6, and 11. And
we lead off tonight.
And he doesn't even need to be drunk.
No.
He just has to have an open container in the car, which is against the law.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we can't have this. So he winds up, then it was like, I don't know, like a month later, he wound up in a motorcycle accident and he's dead.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
Was it something similar?
I don't know. That was the thing. And I was always like, man, and there was a part of me, honestly, that I always thought if I didn't fire him, would he still be alive? I don't know. That was one that bothered me for a while because I liked him. He was trying. He was a little bit older than I. He was like in his later 20s, but he was, for that gig, it's usually kids 19, 21 as a max, usually, right? What?
I remember when I worked at WHAM. Now, like when you have a group of people working together for so long, everybody gets gossipy and starts accusing people of stuff when things go missing, right? So we had this news director, and he works at XXI now. His name is Randy Gordman. And Randy Gordman's like one of the hardest working people in the business. And he goes, hey, so we got a new scanner. Because in news radio, that's a big deal to have a scanner. Because a couple of the crystals went out on the old scanner. We're missing stories, pal. We're missing stories because the scanner's not working. So we get a new scanner. So he goes, I don't have time to set it up. I'm going to take it out of the box this weekend and set it up. Well, the only people that knew that we had a new scanner were the station manager and the people in the newsroom at that time, right? This thing goes missing. And all of a sudden, somebody misses work, and everybody's like, yeah, guess who? We think so-and-so stole the scanner, because he's like flipping out. He's like, we just got this new scanner. I've been begging Holland to get a new scanner. We lost this. We got this thing stolen. It's gone. And to this day, nobody
don't
knows.
know.
They have nobody. But man, they were quick to accuse somebody.
Man.
They all accused the same person.
The greatest was some of the shit that would go on in radio. Was there was some stuff that would go on in radio that was phenomenal. I mean, it was really like your lowest rung of entertainment, and sometimes the lowest rung of people that were working. But I remember a window on the 16th floor being broken.
Okay.
And no one could figure out why. And so there was a story, and I don't know if it was concocted or not, that someone flew a drone into the window from the outside.
They had drones back then?
No, this is recent.
Oh,
this is recent.
Okay.
Yeah. And then somebody else said, no, there's no way. They think somebody flipped out, picked up a chair, threw it across the room, and it hit the window. But no one will ever know. Now, if they have to have cameras somewhere, because they had cameras all over the place. That at one company I worked for, there was an engineer, and he had all the cameras, and he would see when food arrives, and he was there immediately.
We can't find out who stole stuff.
No, but we found out who the fucking food was.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Oh, gosh.
All right, Danny's got podcastitutional amendments.
Yes,
do you?
Yes, I do.
All right, a couple of
podcastitutional amendments. They're like new rules.
Yes, new rules. Danny likes
So one of them was like, we kind of discussed it earlier this week. Be careful, everybody.
Yes.
That 1 hour that you lost last night in sleep.
I got to tell you, I just said to you during one of our little breaks, I'm very tired. I don't know if it was because of the Chinese food that was given to me for free that I ate and too much MSG got in my blood. I don't know.
Yeah. So just be careful.
Maybe a little snoozy.
So this morning I went to church, and I usually leave for church about 9:30 to get there by like 10 to 10.
Yeah.
And there were no cars on the road. It was like almost like it was still like 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
to these
it was
people.
nice.
Yeah. So it was nice, but get to bed earlier tonight.
A lot of people at church.
Oh yeah, it was packed house.
Packed house at church.
We have ushers who like have to ask people, "Hey, do you mind if this person sits here because you got an empty seat, right?" Yeah. Oh, that's my husband. Oh, okay. He goes to the next. Hey, do you mind if this person sits? Oh yeah, sure. Sit down. You want to? Yeah, we got 2 seats. Go ahead. Everybody's like really friendly, but they have the ushers. It's so packed that the ushers actually have to ask for people. Right. That's why I don't want to be late. Also, if you want to believe that this is a sports one, if you want to believe that the NFL salary cap is a myth, or you don't want to cover leaks about LeBron James. The stuff about, like, he's been accused now 3 different times by 3 different athletes for using PEDs. I'm not saying he did it. I'm saying that there have been people who are, like, linking him to that stuff. Or if you really want to equate, like, there's this Iowa basketball player she's a female basketball, Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. I watched.
She set the all-time, like, points record.
She's amazing. She practically shoots from half court.
She does. But she's not Pistol Pete. They're trying to say it's the same thing. Broke Pistol Pete's record. If you're saying that is true, if you're saying all these things, that if you don't want to cover LeBron James, or if you believe the salary cap is a myth, then you need to turn your credentials in, because you're not a real sports person. You're just trying to create controversy. That's all. You have no credibility. Just flush it. And finally, and this is an important one.
Yes.
Jordan Peterson said this past week, and it kind of hit home with me, and it's like, holy cow, you're right. The better I become, the better off everyone around me will be.
Yeah.
The better I be, and I never really heard it framed like that.
Yeah.
The better I become,
the better off. It's stuff we say here. You can't be good for anybody else unless you're good to yourself.
Right. But when the way he framed it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that makes so much more sense. It's so much quicker to say and believe.
Yeah.
The better I become, the better off everybody else.
If your wife can just become better and turn off the goddamn TV, that would be a nice thing. Speaking of football, Josh Allen, I saw a little bit of the article in The Athletic. Sean McDermott, people calling for him to be fired, that were wasting Josh's potential. Agree or disagree?
Tim Graham did a nice job in this article. He interviewed several people who were like Josh, never got to a Super Bowl, like Warren Moon and Rich Gannon. And they say, look at the alternative. Look at the Sabres. They're owned by the same guy, and the Sabres just traded a bunch of guys, and it's like, you've served your purgatory. Go win a championship somewhere. Well, why can't we do that here? And to me, I think that, we are wasting Josh Allen. I'll give McDermott one more season. But the last defensive coach not named Belichick to win a Super Bowl was Pete Carroll back in 2014. Yeah. It's an offensive coach's game, and you need your head coach and your quarterback to be in sync offensively. That's how you're going to win, because like Josh Allen has one of the best records in the NFL.
Yeah.
And it's 6-5 when you don't turn the ball, when your defense can't get a takeaway. So that means your quarterback is really just over 500, and he's got one of the best records in the NFL at this when your defense isn't playing ball. Right. So that's just that much more pressure on him. So you get him an offensive coach that he can sink in with, then maybe he'll have his best shot. But right now, I'm giving McDermott one more freaking season.
One more year. One
more year. That's it.
All right. Enjoy the potential heart attacks because of daylight saving time.
Go to bed sooner.
Yes, go to bed.
Skip the Oscars.
Get some rest. I don't even know if I know the movies that are up.
I don't either.
I'm not sure if I watched.
By the time people listen to this, the Oscars are over.
Yes.
We'll have some controversy tomorrow morning.
We'll get to see some Jimmy Kimmel stuff. For Dan Barillo, I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you tomorrow.